The final step in this project is adding detail and definition using a pastel. So I'm using a Prismacolor New Pastel. It's a harder pastel and it doesn't blend as easily as just a regular soft pastel, but you can get more definition with your line work with these, and you don't produce as much dust, so I like them. This is just a partial set that I grabbed from school. But in this step, it's also a good place to experiment with other media. You could use pretty much anything over top of the gouache and the watercolor. You could use markers, you could use a fine tip Sharpie, you could use ink, you could use a charcoal pencil, anything that you would like to define details. So I'm going to start by just going through and adding some light colors. I'm going to add some this beige color to the hair. I'm going to add some light pink to the face, just in different areas. Then I'm going to go back in and add some darker colors to the facial features, and also a green and a blue to the shirt, and then add some expressive detail in the background. So just experiment with your colors. You can try them out on your tester sheet. You can try them over top of your test gouache, or just on their own to see how they're going to work. Don't be afraid to go really light or really dark to contrast over top of the gouache and the watercolor to, really end up with some great effects. After you're happy with all of the additional pastel that you've added to your piece, then I would suggest that the very final step that you take if you're using these new pastels is to add just a touch of black or another dark color. You don't have to add it everywhere. You definitely don't want to outline everything, but you do want to add just little pops of that black, and it's that dark is really gonna add to your piece. I know students a lot of times are afraid to go too dark because then you really can't go back on that. But just adding the right amount of value with either a black or a really dark color is really gonna make your artwork pop. I hope you've enjoyed creating this portrait. The most important thing is to have fun with it, let loose a little bit. It doesn't have to be super tight and exact. As you can see, my final image does not look exactly like the magazine piece, but I'm really happy with it. I think she has personality and pizzazz. And I think a lot of that comes from the expressive colors and then the use of line and the different media with the chalk pastel. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks.